Hey, Michael Hudson here. Today is one of those beautiful days, the end of September, the sun shining, bright day, warm, one of those days at the beach that really makes you happy you live near here. It's a beautiful fall day, probably one of the last ones we'll get for a while. So I've popped the tops off the Jeep and taken a ride, and I'm now down here at the Indian River Inlet, which is in Delaware if you want to look on the map and see where that is. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the idea of community. And here's the reason, okay? When we do what we do, build expert businesses, speakers, coaches, consultants, we spend a lot of time in front of people where we know we're helping them, we're engaging, and we're on, and then we have a lot of downtime. And sometimes we have a lot of time in that downtime where we're pondering new pathways, we're debating things we could do, we're considering options, and it can get really lonely. We can really struggle a bit during those times to figure out, what do we do? And we need someone to connect with, we need someone to interact with, someone to help us figure that out. And that's where community comes in. So while it's a little bit ironic that I'm taking today as kind of a little bit of a mini personal health day here in the afternoon and getting out to enjoy some sunshine and getting away from a community, it's reminding me of the value and the power and the necessity of community in our lives. So I want to give you 3 tips today on why community matters to you and encourage you to find a community you can connect with that can help you solve those problems, help you fill that downtime, make you not feel so isolated and alone. The number one reason I want you to find a community is this. I want you to feel connected. I want you to feel connected with people who do what you do. People who get what it means to have those ups and downs that we ride, the highs and lows, where we know we're having an impact and doing something that's wonderful and fulfilling to us versus those times when we're by ourselves trying to figure out how we create that next new piece of content or build that next new program. Or we're wrestling with one of the issues we know one of the people we're serving is dealing with, trying to find a solution. Community can help you bridge that gap because it connects you to other people. Other people who get it, other people who know what you need, and other people can help you and give you some fresh perspective to get you broken out of that pattern of thinking that you're locked into. Now, the second reason you need to join a community is this: contribution. The reality is those of us who do this for a living love to create and contribute. It gives us clarity when we contribute. We gain insight. We learn what we think. We have a chance to help other people. And you know, some of those things that we learn that are the most powerful for us have little implication for the clients that we serve, but massive implications for other people who do what we do. So the ability to be in a community where you can contribute and share your ideas and engage in conversation is incredibly powerful. Now, the third reason I already alluded to a little bit is clarity. When you engage in a community, you begin to get clarity in a number of ways. Number one, as you hear and see what others are doing, you get clarity on what's working and what's not. Number two, as you contribute and share your thoughts and get feedback, you get more clarity on what you think. You get more clarity on how what you've done works, and you get more clarity on what others need. All of this helps and serves you because it helps you serve the people you serve more effectively because you build your understanding. Now, the other really valuable thing that comes out of that clarity when you're engaged in a community like this is it helps you narrow your focus. It helps you stop spending time on things that don't matter and helps you focus more on the things that do matter. So I want you to take some time, find a community that fits for you. Somewhere where you can get connection, where you can make a contribution, and where you can gain clarity. That's actually why I started the Get Your Message Heard community on Facebook. I want to create a place where people can connect who have a similar mission. And to me, all of us have this mission, which is we want to get our message heard. We have a journey, we have a set of experiences, we have a life path we've walked. That path has revealed things to us in unique ways, things that only we have come to understand the way we understand them. Those may be some of the most valuable things you can share with the people you serve. So I want you to have a place to test those ideas out. I want you to have a place to contribute your thoughts and engage with other people who are like-minded to you and who are on a similar mission to you. And this is part of my mission to reach 1,000 people between now and the end of 2018. 1,000 people who I help identify a path for getting their message heard and creating their impact. I want to help them build influence, I want to help them create impact, and I want them to be able to generate income so they can continue doing it. And once we get those 1,000 people identified and served, our goal is to have each one of them do the same thing. That way we touch 1 million people. So I invite you to join me in the Get Your Message Heard community. We'll put a link below this video, and we'll put a slide on at the end so you know where to go, and contribute to the conversation. Share your thoughts, share your insights, ask your questions. Be part of the connected group that sees this as valuable and important, that wants to make a true difference in the corners of the world they touch. And gain clarity for yourself on where you're going, what you're doing, and why it matters. Hey, Michael Hudson here saying, don't forget, Get out there this weekend. Get your message heard. Because there's someone waiting who needs to hear it.